This is the first tear that I'll be repairing. When I think about doing repairs, I always would prefer to put it in a seam, hide it in a seam, or make it its own seam so it just looks like a dart or another detail. Like you could make another seam here at the shoulder, but we can't with this one because it would make the neckline and the armhole too small. So I will be backing it with netting and using some fabric from the hem. So what I'm going to be doing first is cutting some netting to size. And it can be bigger in the repair because once it's sewn in place, you can trim it. And then I need to take the hem down so I can use some of that fabric. So I'm working with this and realize I forgot to mention a seam ripper. That's always handy to have, and little pointy upturned nose scissors, very nice and delicate for using on all these projects. When I've opened the stitches, I realized that this is two different fabrics, so this is a binding separate from the dress. It was just applied after, so this whole thing could come off and no one would be the wiser. You could use the whole thing as fabric for repairs if necessary. Okay, so I've got enough opened where I can cut this out, and you have to kind of think on your feet and think ahead because you don't want to cut all the way to this, because if you're going to hem it up again, you're going to need some fabric to turn up, so you only want to cut it to about a ½ inch there. And yeah, this is where it gets scary because you're cutting into a perfectly good dress. But again, on this one, this whole binding strip could come off and it wouldn't change the dress much. I guess it would a little bit, huh? Because it wouldn't be there, but only you and me will know. Okay, so I've got my piece, and now you can see that if I don't need any more fabric from the hem, I'll be able to just stitch that, and the front side will still look the same.